9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go bananas. Let's go.
Banana.
Yeah, banana.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot. So welcome to the first run of the event. As you can probably see, this is Super Mario Apocalypse. It is not the first Apocalypse, but it is the second Apocalypse because this game is the remake of the first Apocalypse, which is made by Monkey Boy and by me. So it's fun. It's very fun. So right off the bat, I'm gonna get the cat footage because they are important. And what I'm gonna do here is just abuse the exit course because it's faster. But don't worry, I'm not gonna abuse a lot unless if I keep on choking and making dumb deaths. But let's hope this one will go entirely well. So, the reason why this remake is a thing, well, first of all, like, when the first Apocalypse came out, there were a lot of technical difficulties, and the reason why I just decided to remake because this game was fun. It was fun, like, in casually, and when I first started doing runs, I said, yeah, why not? I'm just gonna go crazy at it because I know that the Monkey Boy did a great job, even if there were some issues running into it. I just feel like I'm just gonna give it a go and make it someplace myself, and that's the reason it now exists. But yeah, long story short, just enjoy the remake and ignore the original. And as you can see here, I already choked, so my bad. So with all the 3 caps acquired, I can finally finish this level. I mean, this is practically easy, it's just an introduction of all things. And see why Mario is having X on his eye? Well, story is, Mario is dead. Mario is dead and the entire Mushroom Kingdom is completely in shambles. Yeah, true story. And now Mario is having some revenge and wants to stop the Apocalypse once and for all. Hence the name of the game. Anyway, here's our first, I suppose, glitch, but it is not actually a glitch. This is let's say a meme category that I'm gonna abuse throughout this run to make things more interesting. And this main category also exists in our original, except for the fact that the game, the sound is completely glitched. So once you engage the fight, like, the sound is completely dead. But since we're playing on the remake, everything is 100% normal. And yeah, this boss fight is kinda not interesting because Bowser throws are bad. Let's hope I get some perfect throws. And I kinda messed up because I had too much speed. Actually, I kinda wanted to have this battle on the first run to have 3 hits, but since I didn't know how to make some custom programming and codes, so I kinda stuck up with 5 hits. So yeah, you have to beat Bowser by throwing him at all the bombs. And you might ask, why? Well, I don't know. but I just kind of feel like it. But if it was like in SO6 2.5, when the second round you have to, I mean, go get aggressive against Bowser and just live, maybe that could be the same thing. So it could be just an equivalent. So I could just make top pillar of this in as much as I can. And there were a little bit of coding thanks to Dan. Shoutouts to him. Anyway, that was a little bit of a letdown. With that being said, we can actually open the cannon that leads to the Great Maze. So let's just do that. But we're gonna get back to it at the very, very end. It is like, if you do that, like, this is possibly the end of the game, but any percent. So as you can see here, the blue crystal door leads to the Great Maze. So we're unlocking the cannon and just engage the Great Maze. Well, it isn't basically a great a maze, I should say, but it's just like a collection of random levels. And according to Lauda, like the Great Maze is based on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The reason why this is just a reference to that. I played a little bit of Brawl, but not as much as like if I can believe it.
I think it said Subspace Emissary. The adventure mode.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was saying that probably based on the Subspace Emissary adventure mode in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah, that's right. I played a little bit of Brawl and then I just kinda forgot about the whole game. I just played like classic mode and then I kinda just I kinda stopped playing Brawl because that was a little bit boring. So I had to focus a little bit there. So as you can see, the Great Maze has 7 areas. So the 7 areas are really comprised of the stores aren't that challenging, but they are very interesting in the way how to get them and the way how to reach to any of the levels, and they were much more connected. Unlike in the original, where every time you die or when you get a star, you're actually forced to you get spit out of the entire area, which really sucks. But now as we're playing in the remake, we have fixed wars, and fixed wars are kind of cool, doesn't it? But yeah, we have a lot of backtrack. And the areas are pretty much the same. There was a little bit of improvement with the level design. I think I did a great job, if I say so myself. Even if I stay a little too much faithful on the on some original gimmicks, but there were some new gimmicks that I could just throw in and say, okay, it is not perfect or anything like that, but it was more enjoyable. And personally, I think my favorite greatness level might be the town. So some of the town and bananas, of course. And I cannot believe I missed that star. It's unbelievable because I was like putting on my triple jump way too early. I wasn't that close to the edge. Whatever. I pick up the pace. Even if I suck, Kappa. Okay, this angle isn't that perfect because I kind of fear like Mario might actually get stuck on the wall. Some of the slopes are very steep that Mario sometimes might get stuck on the wall. It depends on the speed on in the angle what you have. But I did it so right and it was only in the clear. Anyway, that's one area done, and I'm gonna abuse a tiny, some kind of strat right here because this hack has some 346-degree angle roll kicks, and I love it so much. Of course, this is not the intended way. It's just a lot faster, so you don't have to climb all the way to this house. And now we're gonna go to the other side because there's so much, there's some areas that need some cleanup. So first, I'm gonna go right over there. There's another star in this bridge, but we'll get back to it once we've cleared the two areas. So in this town, there's like 6 stars. I could have added a 7, but that was really way too much. A fun fact, Jarp and Katie, who are Strat Troopers, they even found out there was you can possibly get that 7 stars by clone collecting, but only by cloning by doing some bubble cloning. Yeah, the Pinnacle thing. So they just did figure it out, and they had a star that was not meant to be possible, but I'm just stupid. But they did it anyway, and I was kind of impressed. And that's also the exists in the original. Oh, by the way, bananas. I kind of forgot about that. So with that, we're gonna move on to the town. Also Earthbound. I love Earthbound. I never played the game. I just love the music. The original also had Earthbound music, but I prefer this one because it kind of fits the atmosphere. Okay, you can make it. Okay, okay. I mean, I could just pull up some first seeds, but I suck at first seeds. Anyway, the stars are pretty chill around here. There are a few that are technically tricky, but once you figure that out, once you get them down, it's not that hard. Like for example, the one in the previous level is so bizarre, and it's hard to get it down on the first time. Okay. This one is a little bit tricky because like the collision on that pipe is kind of weird. That's a bit messed up, but I kind of did optimize the way I made those walls so it doesn't look like much when you hit it. Alright. Only Apocalypse version and completely between. Oh, that's why. Not to mention, I made a Green Comet version, which is the follow-up of this remake, which is Green Salvation. And unlike the main game, there's there's like 80 green stars. Also, that's not the way I'm supposed to be. It has a side story to it, which makes a connection between the main game and the sequel, which is Journey to Infinity. And Journey to Infinity is the next game that me and Lauda were actually working on, and I've made some kind of content, a special content to it, which is which follows a little bit the Apocalypse lore, but there's way more out there. I won't spoil it, but I keep it to that once the game will be released. I don't have an estimate, but I leave it that to Lauda because he made a lot of progress.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah. Also, I kind of messed up because I've already cleared the town, so we're gonna go down here, and let's hope I don't choke it. All right, please. We didn't choke it. This is definitely the hardest. But we're not done with the abyss because there's another stuff that actually requires doing a lot of backtrack on the other side of the maze. This one is done. We have one more that still requires some more backtrack. But yeah, this green maze is more interesting. It's like, let's say this is just some content plus after you complete the game, but not quite. But it's kind of required to get everything to get the true ending. As you can see here, because like that was like the somewhat normal ending slash bad ending. Now we're moving on to the dangerous side. I'm not really much of a fan of this area, but I have had some trouble to getting a little bit having a little bit of consistency. Let's just hope I don't mess it up once I get to the police. Alright. And of course, some question might say, why do you have 3 halves instead of 8? Well, the reason is this ad is supposed to be played like Galaxy, and since I like Galaxy and Lauda also likes Galaxy, this L system is much more interesting. As you can see, when I get hit by the fire, Mario normally is supposed to like run like crazy, but once you hit the fire, it just bounced like if it hits on lava. So I got to do some tweaks and say, okay, that's perfect. This is much better, and I feel like this is a greater way for a hack for a like as a hack like this. They have so much good stuff like this, and uh, and of course, shout outs to all the people who made some great code because I think I did a great job if I say so myself. But yeah, it's was the personal recommendation. Also, I'm dead. What the fuck? I'm not supposed to get bullied like this. My bad, because like I just want to focus before I could just explain everything, but I did so because it couldn't be just an entertaining one without some dumb death. Like right now, I'm completely stumped because I keep like making some dumb mistakes. Anyway, I'm the only one who's running that hack. Okay, and no one else has ever did. So let's just say I'm just doing this for fun. And of course, I did run the original, like, and I don't have a record of my time, but I'm pretty much sure I did everything, which is 92 star, which is the 100% category, and as well as some other category, which is like any percent, like 31. Zero still exists, but I'm not a fan of very low percent category, as much as everyone does. But if I were to do that, maybe I consider it one time. I fucked it up. Oh my god. This never happens. I swear I'm really trying to my hardest not to shock so much. I guess that's the excitement. Alright, you can just get out of here. If that bully just like kicks my ass one more time. Now you're dead. Okay. It's a shame. It's a shame that just happened twice. I mean, like since the Holy Bridge just started, like I have a like the amount of bad luck I just said. Like since I get sick, like the things always happens at the worst moment. Like right here is like one of the worst luck I've ever got. That's unfortunate. Well, that was a little bit of trash right here, but we get any better anyway. Anyway, we're gonna go up there because there's some interesting areas that we're gonna get on the grind. And this might lead to the slide. And I kinda messed it up. Alright. This is not the intended way because like there's some good collision on when I hit those poles. they all made it cylinders, but I just made it like they were completely square. But yeah, if you notice what I did, just rewatch the run and you'll be perfectly fine. Anyway, this is tricky stuff out there. Let's get it down. All right. Just all forward as hard as you can, and there we go. Did anyway, I should point that out. Some of the stars are kind of new in this remake. Like this one wasn't there in the original. The total in the original is 92, like I said. And this one has perfect 100. And since we love like rounded numbers, so I should say why not? I kind of figure like just to speed up what the original game has been missing, and make some new stuff in it. Hey JND. I'm also glad you're alive. Oh shit, okay. I forgot one thing. I didn't stick up for the roof, so I kind of forget what I was supposed to do next. Oh my god. Alright, fine. There's also an interesting strat that if I was good at like at free walking, but I didn't do so because it cost so much time, and I could do it if I want to, but I kind of didn't. Alright, one more star left, and we're actually done with the Great Maze. This song was like a replacement to the 100 console in the original, and of course I feel kind of weird like the 100 console actually exists in this part of the Great Maze, but that will do. Anyway, that's enough with the Great Maze, like I said, and we're gonna get some free stars right now. That one is easy. Now we're gonna abuse some BLJ right there, which is right here. If I can get it down with some good angle as much as I can. Can we make it on the first try? Yes, we did. And we're gonna say hello to Monkey Boy. But wait, Where's Monkey Boy? This is not a Monkey Boy, but he turned into Otto because in the original it was supposed to be a monkey. But yeah, it is not like a monkey anyway. Don't ask, don't aim me. And now we're gonna move on to this weird thing over there. What's that? That's scary. There's some arrows out there. What is this? Is this a secret? Because it is. And while catching the secret zone, we're gonna go. Oh no! It's Bruno Mario 64. Yeah, it's a throwback to Bruno Mario 64. If you could already tell, this is Bomber Battlefield turned into some kind of wasteland. And of course, how could this not be a character by having some crazy ass throwback to Mario 64? And of course, this ain't massive challenge, but it might as well be. I think this is a good version of Master Challenge. And of course, Master Challenge is really sucked, but I'm still working on it. Okay. Didn't want to mess it up with this strat. And of course, the good thing about this level, let's just say, this level has only 1 star. And I'm supposed to collect 5 secrets, which are reference to a mini hack which I just made, which is of course Bruno Mario 64. And those secrets are based on those stars. And I kind of fucked it up. Oh my god. But unfortunately, I'm in luck. There's some checkpoints, and the checkpoint might actually help me get into the entire thing. That means if I die, and if after I hit the checkpoint, I will respawn from that particular checkpoint, and the secrets are actually saved. So unlike panels or reds, which kind of sucks, and I couldn't make that work it out, the secrets are kind of generous. Anyway, that's a bit of shame. I kind of thought that's so bad because I couldn't ledge grab the thing. I just thought that would turn out great. And of course, I practiced a lot. I was expecting to just die only 1 time, but only 1 time. But of course, it's a Kaiser hack, but it doesn't matter. And of course, the stuff hates me. Alright, please get good. Thank you. And of course, it's I can't actually die as intentionally because it doesn't matter. I don't have to like backtrack and going back from the very beginning. I could just die as much as I please. Yeah, there's some interesting things that you could just make. There we go. And then reference to KBOX right there. How can it not be a Kaiser having some Kyofuji? Bear with me. And I can die. Because it's a lot faster. Alright. Still need a little bit of leeway with this angle. And we made it. There's another obscure strat that I could show it off, but this makes it a little bit pointless to do, so I'm not gonna try it. Also, that jump isn't that hard. Just to make sure you get good with the triple jump. Oh, that one did. Also, I need that. Okay, you know what? Forget that bomb. There's something I want to mention. If you kick those bombs in this remake, you should send them flying in space. I don't know why. There were some mini wickets that we just punched on in this end. This is a weird side effect. But I get to that later. It's weird. Don't even ask me how. But it is funny. It is very funny. So far this level isn't that bad. I mean, if you're not very familiar to Brutal Mario 64, just check it out and make sure that you don't I mean, there's so many issues with people who are trying to know some stuff, but I won't blame them. And of course you can do that too. Anyway, I just want to show you off. Alright, goodbye, Bob-omb. See? Normally you just get them and they just explode on when they touch the ground, but those Bob-ombs, they just sit them flying in space. Oh, what the heck was that? And the final secret is right there. And I missed! And I missed? What? What? Hello? There's no way I could miss that. I swore. I swear. I was literally touching the star. Oh, come on. I mean, okay. It's not my fault, but I just made sure that I was perfectly in, like, okay, my depth perception is bad. It is really bad. But there's no such excuse to miss that in. Okay, that one did. And of course, you can actually just die, and I mean, how can you blame me? But yeah, unfortunate death as usual, because I'm dumb. Well, that's it for Bright Brutality. And now, we're gonna go to... Wait, is this a Star Revenge level? Yes, it is actually a Star Revenge level. it is called Hall of the Stars because in the original it is a secret level, and I made it turn into and I made it into a main course because it feels kind of weird without having some interesting lore behind it. But yeah, I call it Star Revenge because it sort of feels like it. And now we're gonna engage against IROC into some kind of shell style fight. This is also in the original, and also, please live. Thank you. Oh, I didn't hit it. And yeah, this fight can be boring sometimes, because why not? Okay. And that's one thing down. And you don't want to, like, bust the shell right here on the quicksand, because that will be a stupid death right there. You just want to be on the safer ground once you do it. Like that. One shell of a fight. Yeah, there was some cool parts out there. Indeed. Yeah, this is Fortress of Wind, as you can. That's the music that you can hear in the level. We have Fortress of Winds and Palace of Wind in this act, which are both from the Minish Cap. In the original, it used to have it kind of castle from Majora's Mask, but the port was so bad because there was a part of the song that was very shrilling, and I didn't like it, so I decided to have a different music for once. And of course, this level is somewhat a reference to a Zelda game, but we'll get to it later. Okay, didn't mess that up. Also, checkpoint! We're good. Now we're good. Let's hope I don't mess that up big time. Also, monkey ass? Monkey ass? Yeah, that's a catchphrase of mine because monkeys are ass, Kappa. Alright. Alright, we still live. Good for sorry if I say so myself. I really wish I could just have a lot of first try in this entire category, but that didn't happen. Ever since the show with the against the bully and brutality because it was brutal. But we're gonna do more. Okay, straight angle. We're in the clear. Nice. Okay. To focus on that bad, but I felt like many people have so many issues like how to handle like the angle. When I first started and play tested, they were not that bad. Just to have some pace, somewhat. Also, here's some cool strat to do. That's one of them. And avoid the stuff as much as I can. There we go. That's the second. You can potentially skip those. I mean, I did that in the original, and I kind of glad I found like almost all the strats out there. Anyway, I need a little bit of focus because this next spot can be very tedious. And now we're going down. Also, Mahanuhu's Paksham. I love this song. Shout out to Musky for that port. And we had the first try. Here's the wall kicker. Nice joke. Okay. Next is another boring one because we're not gonna run into quicksand, but some kind of very annoying quicksand that doesn't kill you, but that is really sticky on your feet. Anyway, a lot of jump dive and so many twists and turns because it's a maze. Also, I got hit by this freaking stuff skillbug. Yeah, this is pretty annoying. If you don't really have as much, you're gonna get stuck everywhere, and this is pretty annoying. All right. And I got a bomb because 46 angle walkies exist. And I know this maze like the tip of my hand. Oh hey Louder, what's up man? As you can see, this is the original creator of Super Mario Apocalypse. So, how you been doing? Also Happy New Year my man. Okay, I thought I was super centered to the right for some reason. This would be a bad sign if I miss some seconds. Right. Sure, just jump right in. The commentary might be interesting. And I'm coughing. I'm a bit cold, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Anyway, when I say about Zelda, I'm not even kidding, because this edit is actually a reference to the Zelda game. Wait, it's a dungeon? There's some weird stuff in it, also treasure chests? And it's also a maze? What the hell? You didn't tell me that it's supposed to be some kind of adventure? This is interesting. But yeah, basically, fun content. And we fall all the way down from the beginning. Because we saw as an end. Alright, we're not done yet. This star is basically my favorite. Because like, sometimes we may think like ROM hacks don't need to have some fun puzzles and stuff. But this one, let's say there was a little bit an experiment. Alright. To people who are familiar to Soccerbon and all that kind of stuff, this is basically it. And I love it. I would love to try to make a puzzle hat that use that kind of gimmick. If I have the chance to, that might be worth trying. And of course, you don't have to push it all the way down. But yeah. Think outside of the box, yeah. We're thinking outside, but we're also thinking inside. Anyway, 1 star left. Remember when I say this is a Star Revenge level? I kid you not, because the final one is just freaking interesting. Also, alright. Troll stars? There's a troll stars in my like item hack? What is this? Also, this is the real star. This was catch just to know whether to figure out which of the stuff is real and which one is fake. Just take a look at the floor and you'll be good. Yeah, just take a look at the floor. That's all I can say. Anyway, we're going back to the past because, and of course, since Mario has to stop Bowser once in a while, we have to travel through time. So we're in the past, and we're gonna get some treasure because this level is actually a treasure world to other things, and there's a lot of gold. And this music is kind of awesome. And I'm gonna stop talking because I wanna have a little earful of this song. Many people love Earthbound music. That's yeah. Maybe I'm thinking way too deep into it. That's how. Of course, in the original, it had Donkey Kong Country 3, still Village, but I say let's have some kind of very chill music, and I took a Caribbean version remix of the Wing Cap, and I love it. Also, shout out to Ida because it's the one who made all those great parts. Oh, hello.
Hi everyone. I'm Lara Monkey Boy, the other person who helped make this. I guess I'm just kind of joining in on commentary. How y'all doing? So yeah, I guess I'll be watching this. I'm just watching this on Twitch, so there's gonna be a bit of a delay, but I'll do my best to hopefully commentate what's going on. Yeah, 30 hours. That did happen. That was many years ago, wasn't it? Back when I was a bit of a Kaizo player myself. Yeah. So here we are in Course 3, the Lost Islands. This is probably the easiest of the main levels in the game, which is sort of intentional because like the second overall is sort of meant to be like the nicer, like a counterpart of the world like before like the apocalypse happens. That's why like the levels here are like brighter than the ones in Overworld 1,
Yeah,
which I guess doesn't really make sense curve, but that's my idea.
Very peaceful, very nothing to harm you because yeah, this is supposed to play like this is paradise.
Yeah.
And if you read the
Yes.
sign, it tells you all the all the law of the like. There's some. I leave it to Lauda because he knows better than me when it comes to the lore behind the.
Yeah, I think.
Every level.
Yeah, at the beginning of like every level, I tried to give like an intro sign that like both would explain like some of the stars as well as just give like some backstory of like what each of the levels are. And I think with this one, I said it's like this pirate haven. And I named a bunch of like pirates, most of which are just like random memes. Like I think I included like Robbie Rotten from the like Lazy Town like You Are a Pirate episode and a few other things like that. But yeah, pretty much all of like the like nice peaceful levels are in this overall. Like you've got this level, like the big house in the sky, the endless sky, all of like the bright ones. So yeah, we are number one, absolutely. Yeah, R.I.P. Stefan Carl. He was number one. And then one of the other themes of like this level is like this idea of like trying to like find like hidden treasures. So there are a few of these like maps which are supposed to like point to like the location of various stars. These are my very poorly drawn maps, which I also just felt like that's just straight up like a 32 by 32 like texture. I didn't like think to split it into like multiple like higher quality texture, like multiple like smaller images, and then like combine them together to make it look slightly higher resolution. So I'm not sure if anyone really was able to decipher what that was supposed to be, but that was the idea behind like some of those images.
Yeah, he also did miss some
I
adjustment
didn't even...
on the map, but it was still bad and very blurry. I don't even know how to make it very HD like.
Yeah, I mean now for the hack I'm currently working on, like something like that, I would split into no less than 4 textures, potentially even more, in order to make it actually so you can see what's going on. Yeah. Also, I didn't even see. So this is the 100. So this is 100 stars. This is like every star in the game. I just noticed what like what the category of it was. So I guess we'll be getting every star, going to all the levels. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's definitely the first time I just joined in the marathon, like the 100-person category of this game, because I'm usually doing the any person category.
Yeah.
So basically, that's new page of mine just to show how exactly how it's done, just to compare with the original game.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is 100 star. One of the main differences is the original game only had 92 stars. I guess technically 93 if you want to, like, you do the money bag glitch in one of the levels, which I really did not think that one through very well, but, yeah. So this has, I think, 2 added levels, as well as just a few added stars. Duration Infinity is going pretty well. I'm currently working on, well, I guess I can give you a little preview of the level I'm currently working on. It's basically this level that has like you can like adjust the gravity, so there's like a low gravity and a high gravity component. So that's pretty cool. I got the coding for that done, and now we're just working on the modeling. I'm gonna try and work on that a bit more. I finally finished one of the current projects I'm working on, which is my final of the Mii Fighter tournaments. If anyone checks out my YouTube, I'm actually uploading the final of those videos right now, and after that I'm gonna get back into ROM hacking a bit more. But yeah, hopefully that hack will be done at some point.
I also get back to it and try to work a little bit on some of the levels that you've already done. And I'd say I think there's a little bit of good progress. It has been a long while. I haven't continued working on ROM hacks as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say progress is steady, but like very slow, because like all the levels I make are quite a bit. At least compared to like this hack, I think all like my newer levels are extremely like intricate and usually take like several months to complete. Mostly because I'm also just very slow. But yeah, I think it's going well overall, and yeah. Actually, something I was considering doing was like probably maybe for like the summer ROM Hacks Marathon, I'll try and do like another preview, because I think I did that like a few years ago and that was pretty fun. But we'll still have to see. Anyways, this is the red coin star, which are all located on the pirate ship. This was inspired by a Donkey Kong Country Returns level called Mass Blast, and this is like, I think the star name is called Mass Blast 3D. And then I didn't even realize it at the time, but in the original level, I like had like the mast and like the flags turned sideways. So like I don't know what I was thinking with that one. And then this remake has the correct orientation of that.
Alright. I'm sure I can make it. I can trust fully 6-degree wall kicks. And of course this is not the intended way, but we'll make it way. Oh my god. This always was the first time, and only the first time. And
yeah, there are like at least like there are many unintended ways to do this. The true intended method of doing this is inside one of the 40-star doors, or at least that was in the original. I'm not sure if it's still like this in the remake, but in one of the 40-star doors, there's a metal cap, which you can use to hit a switch, and that'll open the gate. But alternatively, I guess you can do this, but the main like cheese in the original is you can climb up one of the trees and long jump off the tree to get in. You can also, I think, BLJ off the like there's a invisible wall at the top where the entrance to course 4 is. You can like BLG off that and get in. Mask blast me louder.
Okay, give me a first seat. That's nice.
I call that casual. This is a light casual, or I mean light Kaizo hack, I believe.
Oh,
it's like the original difficulty was meant to be around the difficulty of Nightmare, and I believe the remake nerfed quite a few things, so I'd say this is a bit easier, but it's still like meant to. I mean, it's still not really a casual hack. It's like an easier light Kaizo. Mario's Nightmare, Craigasm, absolutely. Mario's Nightmare is still probably like my favorite hack. R.I.P. Nightmare 2, because like Apius like disappeared off the face of the earth. But oh well.
Please, okay, it is impossible. Like what the hell?
Do you need like certain like frame wall kicks to do this? Like that looks really precise. Is the tree still there? Yeah, you can just use the tree if you need to.
It's not that it's hard, but like because like the ground was a little bit raised.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm not even sure what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I actually tried to do left side. And now we're in the big house. Don't be confused with
yeah. So this is one of the.
But it's actually named after the same sort in Rainbow Ride. But there's a different big house in the sky.
This was. Yeah, this is my obligatory big house level. Fun fact: it was actually initially part of the town component of the Great Maze back when that was like a main level. This was like a sub area, but then I just kind of made it its own level because I mean it was so big and I absolutely could not fit all this into one level. But yeah. So Apius, or however you pronounce it, the guy who created Mario's Nightmare, just no longer exists on the internet anywhere. Like I used to be subscribed to him, but like that YouTube channel just doesn't exist anymore. Which makes me sad because he did. I remember he commented on my Final Nightmare completion video saying good job, but now that comment doesn't exist because the channel's gone. But yeah, and he was the guy who made Nightmare and was at one point working on a Nightmare 2 and he had a bunch of videos of like, or a bunch of like streaming videos of him like working on live progress. But like it's all gone now. I don't know where. I mean, I don't know where he went. Maybe he just wanted to do something else with his life. I don't know, maybe someday he'll come back.
Yeah, at this point he literally vanished, and after he released some mini hacks, which are still based on Mario's Nightmare, like Silent Hill 64, the 2 Test Wars hack, and it was actually working on the sequel, and then none anymore. I expected some kind of comeback, but it's been over a decade that we didn't get any news after all. Sounds like a sad story,
exactly.
But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Apias was one of the OGs. I mean, the original Nightmare came out in 2012, I believe. So, I mean, it's crazy to think that like Millard came back after like 10 years. So, I don't know. It's always possible, but anyway. So this is like the harder. This is like the more like platform intensive star in Big House in the Sky. There are basically there are two stars. One of them's collecting the red coins, and then the other is climb to the top. And then I guess there's technically a third one sort of, which you'll see what I mean next. Miller did come back in 2020, the best aspect of 2020.
And now we're gonna go for the technically.
So now we're going to the now we're gonna go to the top floor.
This one is also tricky to find. Also, Doug 20.
So here's the path through the attic. Yeah, I mean, at the way that things are going, Doug Bowser may just be my write-in vote in 2024, depending on who the other candidates are. But obviously, this isn't the time and place to talk about American politics, so I'll just leave it at that. Or maybe it was. Anyways, that is the third and final-ish star in that level. Is basically a warp to MIPS. There is a MIPS. Shouts to Aggie from back when we ran SM65. That's what that dialogue's a reference to. When he learned there was a MIPS. So now I believe we're going after the red coins. This is the only of the overworlds that has a red coin star. I think I made it so that every overworld has 2 stars of various types, and I didn't want to like, you know, reuse the same type, so I just put reds in one of the overworlds. The music for which level for the overworld, I believe it's currently Pollyanna from Mother 1. If you said that back when you were in Big House in the Sky, I believe it's the like secret stage level of Mario Sunshine. There's not a second MIP star, or specifically, basically, I set it so that the second MIP star spawns at a star count greater than the number of stars in the game. So technically, if you like hacked in more stars, you could get MIPS to show up again, but like there isn't a second MIP star normally. Oh yeah, here's the R.I.P. Harambe. He died for our sins.
With that man. With the monkey.
Yeah,
Anyway.
my brethren. Are we just going to course 1 now?
Yep.
What's the route? Oh, yeah, I guess I wasn't here for the beginning of the run. I guess you probably do the funny warp to Bowser 3 to start the game.
That's what I did that's what I did from the beginning. I already cleared the Great Maze, so you might as well missed it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Captain
yeah,
Bowser, this is the Nightmare Course 15 music. Dark Have Eyes.
I love Limbo. I hope I will do my best to make Limbo much more better and make sure that the evil part isn't trash, because we all know that the evil were very bad. Even the one in Bowser 3,
Heathos are funny.
The hardest of all.
Yeah, the Heathos are very funny. Also, like the flying reds are with like bad camera, or like just I choked so many of like the reds attempts to the flying section. Yeah, Porky. Technically the name of the theme is like FF Fire, which is like the what's the name of the town? The Tasmily Village's burning theme from Mother 3. Mother 3 is a pretty epic game. Highly recommend it. There may or may not be tears. It is a bit of a sad game, but it's a good game nonetheless. So here's the secret star. Basically the idea is you have to hit this switch, or I guess we're not. I guess we're going over here first.
Oh, I didn't hit.
This deck is a lot of Earthbound/Mother music, like Pollyanna's Mother 1, the Metal Cap's Mother 3, and then the Breach theme is Earthbound. I wonder if there's being Friends of the Mars 60. Well, if you play the original version of this game, you might just get your answer. Yeah, there are quite a few music tracks that were changed between the original and the remake. Alright, so yeah, here's Star 5, the Warp, and you can also pair this pretty freely with the 100 coins since there's just kind of 100 coins here with the blues.
And these are definitely the most easiest under coins that you could ever possibly get in this pack.
Yeah.
Of course, close to very under coins are pretty easy because there's like tons of them. And if you can count it in the original, 713 coins! No joke. But in the remake, it's like it's been halved because I couldn't even that many because the game could possibly crash because of it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. And just another bit of a preview. If you think 713 coins is a lot, wait till you see what Journey to Infinity has in some of its levels. But I guess that's a story for another day. Anyways, here is the hidden star of the graveyard. I mean, technically, basically the way you do it is you just use 10 coin boxes. I mean, you get like at least a good 150 objects, make them all 10 coin boxes, and there's like 1,500 right there. So as long as you don't need other objects to do things, you can just cash them all in on 10 coin boxes. Although I will advise if you do that, try and space them out a good amount and also collect the coins because, yeah, if you activate too many of them at a time, it will crash the game.
Yeah, basically don't put that many on one spot because that can happen. I remember playing that one hack when everything is like done by some guy's awful decision, and there was like a part in a water level where there was like 1,000 coin boxes, and if you break them all at once, the game could crash because it will like all the coin might get out of that same box, and you don't even expect it. And of course, the game will actually lag once you come close on contact with it. It's funny, but it is even weird. I don't remember the exact name, but I think I'll try to remember much later. But I'm pretty sure this is like something like Awful Decision 64.
Are 101 stars still available in this version of the game? Like, I know that was an issue in the original. Does this version also have the money bag duping glitch? Maybe it does.
I don't know if I could just do it because I'm sure I put some money back in Coast 5, but that could be possible without using the shell or anything.
Well, I mean, Course 5 already has 7 stars, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to clone Bone. Well, yeah, I guess that is the Guess that's the concern of when you make main levels and don't give them a full 7 stars. You can unintentionally add a few extras. It's actually fun. I think that was the only level that even had money bags, and they don't even work properly. They're like the wrong they're like the wrong or the wrong model. I think they're like the treasure chest model. Yeah, I don't think I really knew what I was doing with the original. There's some wacky decisions. I mean, there was the King Bob-omb fight, which was slightly changed to like for him to summon Bob-ombs, similar to like the DS version, where one of his attacks is he can like summon Bob-ombs and throw them at you. That was a pretty cool change.
Yeah, shout out to them for making most of the was being customized. I know you try this hardest, but like the this game went on to many technical difficulties, which is much more even worse than original game had. Yeah, unfortunately, because this game was made with ROM Manager, and of course it had case map objects, so that's one particular thing that kind of breaks the whole entirety, because like map objects are not very buddy with other custom objects, so just pay attention and don't abuse them. Don't abuse them like I just did. But yeah, I just learned my lesson.
I mean, the original had its many fair share of issues. Like Course 10 literally didn't work at all. The Bowser 3 music, or Bowser 3 corrupted all the music in the game. But yeah, they may or may not have been the result of a more object patch as well. So yeah, this is actually, I think, inspired by the first demo of this hack, where I made like a secret star where you had to collect 5 1-ups, which didn't make it into the original. I think this got changed to the red. Wait, was there even a red coin star? No, this got changed to the secret star with the bricks, and then this changed it to silver stars with the Koopa shell.
Yeah, and I think the secrets were just like a reference to from the first demo I remember, and I just get that in because there was more, because they were more interesting. That's why. Also, what am I doing? I went to the one where I was thinking, wait, should I get like the wing cat first? But wait, it has specifics.
Bowser fight corrupting the music was a very feels bad one, especially because in the original, the Bowser fight wasn't the end of the game. In fact, the idea is beating Bowser is what unlocks the Great Maze. So the idea is once you beat Bowser, you just kind of keep going. But since the music gets corrupted, you're not going to want to keep going. You're going to want to just reset as soon as possible, which makes speedruns of that game a bit you kind of have to either accept that you're gonna have a bit of a time loss resetting the game, or have to deal with bad music for an entire third of the run. Yeah, the demo was publicly released. It came out in 2016. If you want to really dig deep on my channel, it should still be around. It's only Course 1, I believe, and it's a very different Course 1. It also doesn't have Parallel Lakitu, or even I think Bowser Lakitu, so it's not very fun to play. I'll say that, but it is an interesting piece of history. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember. I think To the Moon had that issue as well. I think it's some version of Editor had that issue, because Editor obviously has a lot of issues, and I think it was 1.9.5 is what I used, and it actually I switched to like 1.9.3 at the very end, and that fixed that issue, but it also caused certain like objects to no longer work, so other levels crashed. So I kind of had to choose like which issue I wanted to keep in the final release. Yeah, and ultimately I settled with the bad, with the broken music. Yeah, I mean, at this point, all the issues with... I mean, this hack pretty much fixes all of the issues with the original. Probably has a few new issues of its own, but overall, it fixes all of, like, the critical issues that I couldn't figure out how to fix back then. Anyways, here we are in Course 2. I haven't really even talked about this much. This is meant to be sort of like this, like, war-torn battlefield type level. Currently getting these secrets, which are the location of some of the red coins in the original. That's one of the main one of like, because there are a lot of like star differences between this and the original, and one of the main differences is a lot of like the red coin missions have been replaced with other things.
Yeah, the secrets, as you can see, they're very explicit in the remake, so they'll look like replacements with red coins. So I couldn't figure out a better way how to fill this entire empty level, because this is pretty empty. But I try my best to come up with better ideas, so it didn't feel quite right. And yeah, the secret is technically the star 7 in this level.
So yeah, because I think the Koopa race is what replaced the red coin star, and then this replaced the 100 coin star.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna be careful because there's a nasty invisible wall, and if you, of course, that's unexpected. I've hit that same invisible wall so many times. But yeah, this level is very prone to have like with invisible wall spawning anywhere.
There's a lot of like weird like geometry in this level, especially I think with those trees. I don't think that they can cause a lot of invisible wall issues. Like the one like where you have to climb the tree to get the wing cap. That can have a lot of issues. Alright, see you around, Egglap. Thanks for inviting me to join on commentary. This has been pretty fun.
Yeah, thanks for your hard work. It's been really worth it, and I'm looking forward to all the rest of the marathon. Even if I'm not around, of course, but I'll catch you up to it later. Looking forward to those fun runs, and of course for my Windon 1.3 run that might happen on Friday.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely shout-outs to all the staff for all their hard work on setting all of this up. So yeah, there's the impossible star, or I guess the unreachable star in this game, where you gotta climb the tree and get the wing cap.
Now it's time for the Koopa race, and I have to be very, very careful not to have any particular mistake that could have been bad. And of course, the Koopa runs faster. I love faster that has no room to have no room for mistakes. But yeah. I kind of carried away with the race and some stuff. Okay, that's one mistake, but we're getting there. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say another bit of a another bit of an update I'll say is I was actually I think I told you about this a while ago, but I was able to fix the Koopa race in Journey to Infinity, so I was able to so that is a star that I'm able to use. I had to do some manual like hex editing to get it to work in conjunction with one of the more interesting custom objects in the game. But I think the Koopa race and that deck is gonna be really cool. I think you guys are gonna like it. But anyway, this is the idea behind this Koopa race. Basically, we gotta run to the edge of it's behind the volcano. You gotta go fast.
Yeah, I gotta go fast, man. Oh, I barely made it.
Oh, nice. I believe at one point this Koopa race was originally like a green demon challenge.
That would have been pretty funny if I had a 42-0 because, yeah.
Or 20.
Anyway, Fire Temple, because since this is a gig on the Zelda game, because Fire Temple, Ocarina of Time, this probably is also based on the entrance of the Fire Temple.
Yeah, this is definitely the most elaborate of the stars in this level. You have to go through 3 rooms and solve puzzles to make it through.
And now I have to deal with a very bizarre strat, and I hope I can get this down too. Okay, not quite. And this build J is very bad, and I believe like a build J. And I hope that this shouldn't take any longer. And of course, this is not the intended way to get that star. And we did it! Here we go!
Oh, are you trying to BLJ through through the gate?
Yeah. This is like the
Oh, nice.
cousin equivalent to the BLJ in the original that MB has found. But this is even more weird. I couldn't even try to replicate it as much as I tried to win the development, but yeah, it is very, very weird. It is very, very tricky to pull off.
Cool. Yeah, I mean that's gonna save a ton of time because basically what that skips is half of the second room, then the entirety of the third room, and the third room is by far the longest and most difficult. So yeah, it's a really cool strat. And now we have the obligatory just kind of combine the caps and then like bounce up the lava waterfall or the lava fall. So yeah, basically just bounce up here and then you grab the star.
Anyway, that's it for course 2. A little bit boring, and I had some really stupid mistakes, but at least the next one can actually make it up for all the mistakes.
We're going to key 1 now. This is a fun one.
And we have
Probably the most well-known level in the hack. This is probably the most well-known level in the hack. Maybe this is the Rave Club level, which basically, I mean, the entire strat behind this level is all about it's all about like puzzle solving. There's not really any like platforming aspect of it, but I think it's a pretty cool level nonetheless. Oh, is this still an issue? You can like clip out of the water box? Oh yeah. So the intended strat here is if you have to like basically use the metal cap and then travel around the perimeter and then hit the then like press the switch underwater. But like since I believe the water box doesn't cover the entirety of the ground, if you like go to the very corner, you can like clip out the water box and then just hit the switch normally. Yeah, Rock Solid from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, I think this is the only hack that uses this particular song.
The sound font is very customized because in the original it was like used like normal SM54 instrument, and I have to thank Eda for doing a great job from like making that nice transcription with I mean, some programming is very hard. Anyway, Waluigi time.
Yeah, this is the boss, or this is the key one boss, which is not Bowser. It's actually Waluigi, in the form of a eyeball. And basically, what you got to do is you have to hit the switch, and that'll make some blocks appear, and then you can then you have to quickly run around him. Nice. So there is key 1. And key 1 actually just unlocks Overworld 3. Overworld 2 is unlocked, I believe, after only 10 stars. And then Overworld 3 is unlocked by key 1, and then only Bowser 3 is what key 2 unlocks. So it's not really like the traditional, like, you know, Overworld, like key 1 unlocks Overworld 2, key 2 unlocks Overworld 3. And here's like, this is my, I didn't have a good idea for a second Overworld star in the first Overworld, so I had like a toad that I hadn't used it, so I kind of just hit it there.
And now it's time for the most dangerous stars ever, but very fun, in my opinion. And I messed it up.
So this is
nice.
course. So this is course 4, specifically the dark side of course 4, which actually takes far more stars to unlock.
Oh, what the hell?
Most of course, so the main entrance to course 4 is in the second overworld on the roof, and only requires, I think, 20 stars. And then this is the dark part of course 4, which is in overworld 1. And then the idea there is it's supposed to be like the nice part is in the nice overworld, and then the bad part is in the bad overworld. This music is from Majora's Mask. It's Majora's Wrath, the final phase of the final boss. Basically what that is like the way that like stars and keys work is that like basically if it's a Bowser fight, then the model will be a key, and if it's anything else, the model will be a star. So if you have like a key boss that isn't Bowser, it'll always show up as a key, and it'll also show up as a star, and it'll also specifically be like the star with ID 0. So if you've already gotten what corresponds to star with ID 0, which in this case would have been the star on the level, it'll show up as already gotten, and if you haven't gotten that star, it'll show up as a regular star. But I mean that has no bearing on like whether or not you've completed the key. It's purely just what model it is. Alright, now we're making up the dark part of the sky. So yeah, this was, I think in the original, this is probably the second hardest star in the entire game, after Bowser 3. Here, I'm not sure how like the star ranks. This is definitely a bit easier. You saw it had a checkpoint, which the original didn't have. And then I think a lot of the jumps are also just made a bit easier. There also aren't red coins. I'll say in the original, this is a red coin collecting star, which doesn't really add that much difficulty to it, but yeah, it adds a little bit.
Yeah, red coins in this part of the level was relentlessly hard. but I guess it is not so too easy as much as I tried, but I decided to make it less stupider than it used to be in the remake. So that's a nice change of pace. Anyway, done with the dark part. We're gonna go to the very really needed part of the level. But everything is so bright and shit. And of course,
this is like the.
This level is super broken because
it's extremely broken.
That thing.
The water box.
Just watch.
Yes, this is the main part of the level. This is like the part of the level you're intended to see first if you're like playing this casually. I mean, it unlocks with fewer stars. It's easier to get to. So the idea is you're supposed to like find this first, you like the nice part, and then you find the dark part later. But yeah, you can just kind of do this because water boxes kind of just extend infinitely down. And for some reason, I really wanted to put water in that one room, and that just makes. And that's actually funny. I made many iterations of this level, constantly trying to like de-cheese it for like all of the many ways to break it, but ultimately you can just kind of do that. So didn't really work very well, but that's okay.
What you see here, like most of the stuff I'm doing in a different way, very intended, but it makes it more worth it to do it the easy way. And all the stress has been fine by me, and I think technically that there was a threat to Stone 1 that Scholar has came up with, so thanks to him. But but anything else is fine by me. And of course, if it wasn't for the
so the intended way to get that star is Yeah, so the intended way to get that star is you're supposed to use, like, you're supposed to do like the where you say essentially have to like time a wing cap so that it runs out when you're in between two walls, and then you can wall jump out of it. I think it's called like the perfect flight, but you can just kind of fly up to the top. No, that's not intended. That's purely a sequence break. The intended way is you just jump up the clouds and then climb up a beanpole.
Anyway, we're gonna go the intended way, but not quite, since we're doing some fun collecting, and it's pretty much necessary. Actually, scratch that. We're still gonna do some sequence breaking anyway.
Yeah. So
almost
basically,
right there.
So what this all. So what all this skips is, so the intended way to at least get Star 1 is you saw like where like that beanpole, basically you climb that up and that'll get you like to the entrance of the castle. Then you have to, so if you just climb up like the stairs, that'll take you to like an option where you can jump down. Then you have to do like this like parkour underneath the castle, which will bring you up the other side. But basically that's all skipped by just bringing a wing cap here, then climbing up the stairs, and then just using a wing cap to get to the other side. And because the idea behind that is, first Star 5, a wing cap spawns like normally inside the castle. So the idea was like, since you've already had to like do like the underside of the castle once, like I wouldn't want you to have to do it again. So I made a shortcut there, but you can just kind of bypass everything by using the wing cap at the bottom. So I guess pro tip, don't combine like water boxes with like area levels, especially if there's going to be a wing cap, because then you can just you can up warp. And yeah, there's also this strat, which is another way that you can skip to this section, because like, yeah, so there's that like window that's basically supposed to be the ending of where Star 1 is.
You didn't miss it, CB. Yeah,
I mean, I
kinda
didn't see the
forgot to
beginning
do
of the
it
run, but I
already.
assume Dark Obelisk would have been the first star that you do, unless it's like the last star that you do.
Yeah, I messed up. I messed up my route. I wasn't even paying attention because I didn't have light split open. That really sucks. So I kind of stick up to my older speed group. I apologize, CB. But don't worry. Well, we're in a few stars in, and we're gonna get to more interesting levels. And we'll be nearly done with this level, and we're gonna move on to the most interesting level that I love, and possibly the best yet in the entire hack. If you know what I mean, which is actually connected to this course. And I have to say anymore. Anyway, the final star.
Yeah, I guess I'm interested to see what you consider the best level in the hack is.
I forgot to mention this hack also has some mission-specific stars, so I have to do it all in order.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, so the idea is that, like, or okay, you're doing this in an interesting way. Okay, so I see. So you go around that way.
Whoa. Okay.
So yeah, here's the hyper jump wing cap that you can activate using a spring, because then you'll get like a ton of velocity when you do the third triple jump, and you can just kind of explode. I think, yeah, shoutouts to Gale for, I think, being the first person to, or at least the first person that I saw use it in Zatara Tech 1 in the one factory level. That's where I got the idea to use it from. Alright, so we've gotten all the stars, but we're going back here for one last thing. And that is that there's actually a bit of a nested level inside this hack, or inside this level.
And we look up to the skeleton, which takes you to Mario Galaxy, or Mega Mix Galaxy. Because
that is the Mario Galaxy themed level, Mega Mix Galaxy.
And speaking of Galaxy, is a funny one. Mario
First
Miss
things
Mario.
first, we're going. Guess we're doing the
This is definitely the equivalent of the
yeah. So this is
of the mission, but made in Mario 64. And several stars is like in the placement in the original.
yeah. So the idea behind this galaxy. So this is all like the same level, and the idea here, this is a reference to the Toy Time Galaxy, the silver stars, and then the purple coins.
And we're gonna get back there again because there's a little more to it. If you ever seen like in the original Apocalypse as to why.
Yeah, in the original, it's the same location. It's just that these the giant shrinking platforms weren't there. So you basically just have to climb up to the top and then drop down. So this makes it a bit easier to find.
Also, Banger, we're gonna let you listen, and I want some like.
Yeah, and then there are also two stars here rather than just the one.
So please in chat.
Yeah, so in the original, basically it's just an 8-bit Mario that has purple coins, and then here it's 8-bit Mario with secret stars, and then yeah, purple coins, a bit of a banger.
Ah! Really hate it when I make some random ground pounds.
Oh, what I love the purple coin star of Toy Time Galaxy. I
Yeah,
actually love the purple coin stars in general.
if there was a
I mean, I've always been a
countdown,
fan
that
of
would
like
be
collecting
pretty
things, and like finding stuff. So they never bothered me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the yellow part is slow sand. So if you accidentally ground pound, you're losing a lot of. No, every main galaxy has a purple comet in Mario Galaxy, and then there's an additional Prankster comet. So yeah, Toy Time also has the Fast Foes comet. It has the Fast Foes comet on the Toxbox platform, and then the purple coins on the Luigi, on the 8-bit Luigi. So there were the two of like the 8-bit Mario Luigi stars. So now we'll just do the like the main component of the stage. So this planet right here is inspired by for those of you who have seen like the original Mario Galaxy demo from like E3 2006. This was like supposed to be a replica of that first planet that never made it anywhere in the game. And this is like a thing where there are like a few places where you shoot a cannon and then like you have to shoot at the target. Then I'll say that as far as doing that cannon shot, like you might want to basically the idea is you like line up the crosshair with the actual target, and that'll let you do like a safe shot. That might be a bit confusing because like in Galaxy when you shoot a cannon it goes exactly where you think it will, and it goes like on forever, whereas with this game it like arcs down, so you usually like want to like shoot higher than where you're actually supposed to. So the idea of like the marker is that's like where you exactly want to shoot it, not what you want to aim at. Yeah, I think this is the SM64 Pi port of Good Egg Galaxy. I guess I'll say shoutouts to Pi for Pi did the majority of the soundtrack for the original, and is also helping me out a lot with the soundtrack of Journey to Infinity. So huge shouts to him for like hard carrying these hacks soundtrack wise. Here we have the Wiggler fight, who's Wiggler's a bit of a big boy in this hack. Yeah, basically every time you jump on him, he gets a bit bigger. Doesn't really make him that much harder, but it's something. And then that arena is meant to be like replica of like the Bouldergeist arena from Ghosts of the Galaxy.
Okay,
So all of the planets are sort of meant to be like
normally,
representative of something in either Galaxy 1 or 2.
normally I would just like.
Well, I guess, although it doesn't really look like it too much in the remake, because there's like the lava, and then the like the grate over the lava.
Can we do it?
Can you say Big Bill? Yes, I can. Alright, here we are. This is ooh. Oh, we're going fast. How fast are we going? I assume you're trying to get in the place that normally you have to push the crate. Oh my, okay, how much speed do you have? You like run around the whole level several times.
Cannot believe that missed. Alright.
Galaxy's your favorite Mario game? I mean, Galaxy like 1 is to this day still my favorite game of all time.
Ah, that didn't make it? Okay, that didn't make it for that thought. Okay. That's a lot.
So basically what he's doing here is... Oh, nice.
Normally there was another...
Yeah, so the intended strat for this star, probably one of the more infamous stars in this game, is you have to essentially push a crate, and then once you jump on the crate, that'll let you reach the door, and then you can then enter the house. But you can alternatively BLJ
yes!
it.
Okay, nice. That is weird. That is very, very weird. I try to replicate the way I intended, like, for sequence frequent, but
Beyond the
I'm glad
Infinite.
that
So yeah,
is-
the idea. So what that star name means is the intended way to get that star is there's actually like a painting in Mega Mix Galaxy that will take you inside that house. It's supposed to be like a reference to in Mario Odyssey. There are like the paintings where like you enter it from one kingdom, it'll take you to another kingdom. That's how you get like the moon there. So this is like a reference to that. But yeah, you can just kind of BLJ inside the house and skip having to do that.
that's bad money bag orangey. And of course the undercoins are pretty easy to get them down. See, easy.
Nice, yeah, they're all the blue coins. Most of the blue coin switches in this game have far more blue coins than you actually think they do because a lot of them have multiple blue coins stacked on each other. So that looked like there were just 5. I think there were actually 15.
So the way I would normally do stuff
Alright, looks
3
like we're
with
going
the
to star
BLJ
1
is
now.
like doing the BLJ under that wooden staircase. That's the way I did it when I was still doing some stat finding in the original. But you can do it in but you still can do
Here's
it
probably
in
like the most difficult platforming section. You have to like do this funny thing to get to the top. And then you have to slide down and grab the star on the top of the tree.
Absolutely.
Nice.
You just need to time and hope that you don't miss it.
Actually, it's not the most intensive part. There's the other star. Thanks, Red Slim. Yeah, that was. Figured that was a cool idea for a star, like the winter Christmas themed level. Put a star on the tree, like the Christmas tree. So here's the one new star in the remake as opposed to the original, which as usual replaces the red coins, which is this underwater swimming section. And it's nice that as you can see, Mario can't drown in this game, so you don't have to worry about like air.
Yeah,
You can
because
just
it's
kind
the
of
ghost.
do that.
It's the ghost with the most. Aha, Beetlejuice.
Here's the pinned message. I think it's still the right pin message. It says Elder Runner.
God damn it.
Yeah, the well.
Anyway, a little bit of boringness here and there. We're gonna run by the borders of the town just to find a random switch that kinda uncovers a door to a
Yeah,
locker.
in the original, all that's in the well is just a red coin, and it's also freezing water, so you gotta get in and get out fast before you die. And this adds like the an extended version of that section. Yeah. And there's that switch. That's actually in a different spot as well from the original. In the original, it's behind the village near where the entrance to Star 5 is. But it's been moved, and that makes sense because I mean you already have to go behind for Star 5, so it makes sense to put in a different place.
Thanks, Dada. I really appreciate it. Not the best, but I did like
And now for Star 5, which is
much closer to the original.
basically the is a chill bully fight, but it's actually a bit of a Basically, you have to do the path to the Chill Bully first. Yeah, and yeah, this is behind the village, and back here there's a path.
That stuff is also hard to, if you don't know how to do.
Yeah, this is probably also the hardest star in the level. You have to do like this whole section, and you know, if you mess up, there's not really any way to save yourself. Though it is definitely a lot easier in the remake, because in the original, because if you die here, it'll take you just right outside the entrance to the sub area. In the original, it would take you to the beginning of the level, so you'd have to get into the level every time. Oh, and there are checkpoints.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, like, since this is a sub area, and some of the stuff are very hard and tricky, and they're placed in the sub areas. And once you see a checkpoint, it's pretty much guaranteed if you mess up after you hit a checkpoint, you still respawn next to the checkpoint.
Yeah, you just kind of push the Chill Bully like that.
Later,
I would guess the Dark Obelisk is probably going to be, if it wasn't the first star, it's probably going to be the last one, because I assume you want to end with the Bowser fight. Or not the last star, but it would be the 98th star, because 99 and 100 are the two final ones. But that's just my guess, I'm not totally sure.
And now that we've done everything in the past, we're gonna go for the present.
I assume we're going back to Overworld 3 now, because at this point we've cleared out Overworlds 1 and 2. I saw that you did the Hall of the Stars. I'm guessing...
And now we're gonna go for the most intricate and very tricky level ever, which is Virtual Surreality. But
so here's Course 6, Virtual Surreality.
But actually,
one of the more just kind of eclectic levels, I guess. Not really a very coherent theme, it's just kind of a bunch of, just sort of a lot of platforming.
We're gonna go to a secret level, which is connected to this level.
Okay, I guess we're going to Fortress of Infinity first.
Yeah.
So this is one of the two newly added levels.
One of the new exclusive stages in the remake, and I really apologize to those people who did enjoy this.
This is one of the two newly added levels in the game, and it was initially much harder. It's been nerfed several times, and I have a version of it that's been nerfed a significantly greater number of times, to the point where it could be a casual level. But yeah, the original idea was you had to collect, or you had to hit 20 panels, basically do every single one of the paths in a row without dying. And then this, in addition to just making it easier, decreasing the number of panels, it also, if you die, you spawn inside the level, so...
That was basically our original intention, but we just found that was way too hard.
So,
and since we couldn't even figure out how to keep the collectibles in one go, even with some checkpoints and stuff, it was still hard to, and I couldn't find a way to do so. So I tried my best.
The reason you need a key to open the door was the initial. So he initially entered Overworld 3 through a intended hidden warp, which takes you to the end. But that was the first time actually. I mean, you technically don't need to get the key, but it does make it a bit easier. It's because like you have to like go back to this overworld.
And unlike in Brutality, well, technically like Brutality, if you die, you don't spawn back up at this level. It's like non-stop. Like you can actually retry
So we're
it as much
approaching
as
the
possible.
end of the right path.
Of course, I've practiced this.
Yeah, sort of. Basically, I thought it'd be funny to have an intended 0-star route. So there's literally a warp in the very first level, which just takes you to the final boss. So like the true any percent like route of this game is like under a minute probably. And then in the context of like the 100% route, you can that's the end of the right path.
The music, which is,
Didn't die at all, that's good. Like I said, if you die, it does respawn you in the level.
by the way, I didn't mention about the music. This is definitely the Minish Cap, Palace of Winds. You've heard Fortress of Winds in Course 8. So this is basically, is this a follow-up to Fortress of Winds, or is it something else? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I never played the Minish Cap.
Interesting. Alright, so yeah, like I said, if you die at all, you do respawn it in the level, but I mean, you respawn at the beginning of the level, so if you're like far into a path, you would have to still redo it. So obviously, you're never going to want to die. It's not as catastrophic as if there was no if you didn't respawn in the level, but you still could potentially have to redo a lot.
Yeah, because dying even as early.
So yeah, coming up on the ending of the middle path.
Before you can get to the panel.
And yeah, the idea is basically every path will take you back to the beginning. That's sort of the way it was designed, so that you could potentially get all the panels in one go.
Okay. That's fine, that's fine. We got, at least we've opened the cannon, which takes to this very,
We've died
very straightforward
close to the end of the
shortcut
panels,
that is right
or
up
the
to
middle
center of
section.
Arena.
Right, here you go. You can just warp back, and then the reason that that's blocked by the bomb is so you have to do like that beginning section at least once to have that available. Again, in the original version, that wasn't a thing at all. It was just if you die, you gotta do that part again as well. So yeah, the original version was very difficult.
Oh my god! Okay, I never expected.
Probably more difficult than anything in even the original. Oof, got hit by the bullet bill.
Okay, that.
Yeah, the music of this is Palace of Winds from Minish Cap.
Almost got flipped by that hero.
Yeah, I will say, I guess one thing that did make this a bit harder is there are a lot of enemies added. I think the original version didn't have any enemies. So yeah, that bullet bill kind of got him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Minish Cap's a good game. I mean, as far as like all the Zelda games, it's definitely not the best. It's definitely sort of like one of like the. I mean, it was on a handheld. It was on the GBA, so it's not like the most like elaborate Zelda game, but it's a fun little game. If you're like a Zelda fan, haven't played it, then yeah, I definitely recommend it. coming up on the end of
And we can
the
die.
third of the left path.
Told you, so many intentional deaths all the way because like to make any faster, any easier to do.
So the Fortress of, so basically the Fortress of Winds is like a dungeon which you use in order to gain access to the Palace of Winds. Because so the Palace of Winds is what actually has the I forgot what the name of like the collectible in the game is, like the main emblem. But that's like there are like 4 of them. It's I think like the something like the element of something are like the 4 like collectibles of the game that like you use to power up your sword. And then basically the Fortress of Winds just doesn't actually have one of those. It's the fifth dungeon, and you just use it to gain access to the Palace of Winds, and the Palace of Winds is what actually gives you like the wind element. Okay, yeah, I mean if you're a Zelda fan, then definitely check it out.
Anyway, back to Cyber World, as I like to call it. And now we're gonna do some very finicky wall kicks on blocks.
Yeah, we're almost at the end. Yeah, I think at this point only courses 6, 7, Bright Brutality, and then Dark Obelisk are left. So here's a pretty cool star, which I personally think is...
Okay, nice. In the original, this room normally has breakable boxes because this door is supposed to be a long jump on blocks, and you do not want to ground pound on those boxes because if you do, you die. You break it, you get huge disaster. But in the remake, those breakable blocks are replaced by sand blocks to make the sort more easier. And of course, when you ground pound on sand blocks, they don't break it instantly, but they just like, I mean, you just have to wait for the sand blocks to respawn.
Okay, nice, got that star. Yeah, the original version of that, they were breakable blocks, not sand blocks, so if you ground pounded, you would die. So now we're doing one of the several, pretty much all the other stars are in this direction where you have to take a shell and then ride the quicksand river to various different stars. This is where stars 1, 3, and 4 are. Doing star 3 first. Ooh.
Do it again, so I don't miss an easy wall kick. And this is
specifically made them not like quicksand at the top, so you could potentially have different options. It's still yeah, so yeah, you can just sort of dive. Diving is a bit risky because if you don't dive at the right time, it'll just sort of send you back. But I mean, obviously it's better than nothing. And now once you're up here, basically you can now break the box, and that'll basically spawn a shell on the actual lava, so you then have to jump on it. But before you do that, you also have to break those bricks right there, and that'll gain you access to that. Like Toho Music said, well, fun fact: the original version of that level actually did have Toho Music, but that was changed to Flat Zone. in the remake.
Yeah, I mean, why would you have tool music in a type of kinetic world? I mean, this is strange, but I leave it to Lauda because he's the one who used the music in the original. Alright, this one is gonna be more finicky. Let's hope I don't press the switch. And if I do, that means I have to wait a couple seconds, which I did right now. You can technically...
Yeah, that was...
You can technically...
That's also before I learned how to,
time.
like, increase or just change the volume of songs.
Lost a few seconds, but whatever. Better safe than sorry. And of course we have
coming up on the end of Star 1, which is you basically have to do that sort of that like maneuvering using the switch in a few different ways, which I thought was a pretty cool cool strat. Where first you have to like use it to like get to that like one intermediate platform. It's like jumping it in like one way and then jumping it like perpendicular to that. Here we are coming up on King Womp.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the falling boards I don't think are a very common object. But I mean even there you can kind of just skip using them.
I forgot to mention, like, if you get squished by Thwomps and Womps, it's instant death. Just like in
there
Galaxy.
We got the stars. There's King Womp.
If you get squished by any of those, it's over. Because remember, we have 3 health and not 8.
It's not doing the 3rd star that requires going down this path, which is star 4, which is the button mash star.
And right here we're gonna do some button mashing. Watch this. This is gonna be interesting. And you just hope that you don't mess it up, which I did right now. God damn it. But with luck, because I have another
This is probably have to mash. Ooh, didn't mash fast enough. Yeah, basically the way to do that star is just hold forward and then mash A as fast as possible, and you'll get through it. Oh, but okay, doing the backup. The star 5, which is so yeah. It's funny how I realized that like water box is extended all the way downwards to make that star, but then kind of didn't realize how badly that breaks course 4. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, pretty fun. I was gonna say that was a pretty fun thought until I died. God damn it. I'm
he's going back for another attempt at. Oops, yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting that like exit course just takes you like back to the front of the level. So if you're dying, you can't just exit course to save yourself. I mean, lives aren't a thing, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, coming up at it again. So someone asked, I think a long time ago, the Koopa race, or the Koopa shell theme is running in the 90s from the anime Initial D. Alright, anyways, here we go, coming up back on the mashing. Gotta mash fast. There you go, nice.
I lost a little touch doing the mashing. Well, the reason I'm really bad at wall kicking in
and then if you're wondering the name of the star, Domination, that's a reference to the minigame from, I think, Mario Party 4, which is just a mashing minigame. So that's a hint that you gotta mash.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anyway, here's a star that kind of sucks.
Anyways,
so
now
badly.
probably
And
the
I did
single
a
most
first
infamous
try.
star in the entire hack, the Upwarp star, which kind of, yeah, you're kind of gonna have to do this. And there you go. Yep, that is a mechanic that exists in this game, where essentially if you put a hangable ceiling over an edge and you jump into the edge in a certain way, it'll warp you up to the hangable ceiling. That's how the upwarp in Bowser and the Fire Sea works. And yeah, it's not really hinted at very well, especially in the original. So, and it's also not too easy to do because obviously you have a time limit with the breakable boxes, or the timed breakable boxes. But yeah, that was really good. Like, got it first try. And now we are in Key 2, Bowser's Supermax Prison.
With some classic GoldenEye banger, which is Facility. To those who are GoldenEye fans, so big up. So the gimmick of this level is that you have to escape from the prison, and
There's a sign that basically says that both this star both this level and Bowser 1 are references to a Super Mario Glitchy 4 episode called Party Rock Prisoners. And so basically the first half was the Party Rock, and now here's the Prisoners part, which shouts to SMG4, kind of red-pilled.
That is weird. I never got a death bump on that wall, ever.
The original had no required QSLGs. That was added in despite my objections.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, it's not too bad here, but I will say the other place that has required QSLGs is a bit more questionable when we get there.
I mean, Coast 1 literally has a QSLG, but it's not that mandatory.
Alright, anyways, going back right here. Yeah, so the idea is you gotta collect the keys to escape.
Oh, come on. It was really going well without having any dumb death and having some very atrocious chokes. Yeah, this is definitely very harsh, even in the original, because in order to escape the prison, you have to collect all the secrets and make sure that you have to, like, do
the lobby music is the Lost World theme from Donkey Kong Country 2, aka the Secret World theme. And then yeah, this is GoldenEye 007, the facility theme, which fun fact, the first time I found out about that song is from that one SMG4 episode. So, and similarly, that's where I learned about Rock Solid. So there are a lot of like references. Alright, coming up on the QSLG jump again.
Alright, can I get another chance and not die in most of the way? There we go.
Alright, nice. So that middle door that has the like the peach emblem on top of it, that's not a door you can actually open. That's just supposed to be a reference to where Peach potentially is all the times Bowser captures her. And okay, wow, that's some. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we don't even know what's behind that cell anyway. This is for princess only. I have to keep it secret. Wink, wink.
We're almost at the end of the first part. Check with Lecter Cam. Well, if you check, it's just gonna be like a void.
Okay, what
Barely got hit by the Hefo there, or avoid the Hefo, I mean.
1, 2, 3.
Right, and with that, we are out of the lower level. Now here we are in the upper. So yeah, that was supposed to be like the maximum security section. This is the lower security section, but still. So what you have to do here is, if you grab the Vanish Cap, that actually lets you enter these cells, and once you've done that, you can, if you have to hit this switch, and then that'll let you access a Wing Cap, and you need the combination of the Vanish Cap and the Wing Cap to escape. Yeah, a lot of modern hacks have a visible cap timer. This one's actually really cool because in addition to just the number, it also has like what the power-ups are, and if you like have a combination of caps, it'll actually show that. Like right there, you can see it's like a Wing Cap and Vanish Cap together. This one we have everything that we need to escape, but we still need to get the star, which is what the 5 secrets are. So initially, the 5 secrets are actually required to even beat the level. You missed the switch. You have to hit the switch as well.
And that's it. And thankfully, we don't have to do the second boss because
There we go, got the star.
We have to abuse the secret vault in the facility, the cat switch facility, that is. So without further ado...
Oh, I see, you're just skipping key 2 entirely. Alright, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why you didn't hit the switch. Yeah, that switch that was on the wall is required to get to the end of the level and do key 2, but if you use like the 0 star strat, you can skip doing that. This is course 7, which is the final of the, or no, it's not the final main course because Hall of Stars is now a thing. But this is the 7th main course. It's inspired by like, it's sort of another like Limbo style level, a lot of like darkness.
Of course, this level really reminds me of Nightmare.
So right here, this is the path to the star that replaces the 100 coin star. It's just called like, I think it's just called like the ultimate secret star. I guess just well hidden lost star.
level for
So now we're gonna be exiting the house. Looks like we're going towards Star 6, which is the crossover star. It might just feature a cameo with an old friend of mine.
Yeah, and we're gonna meet Mario's Maker. Not to be confused with Super Mario Maker, that is, but you know. This is definitely not Shigeru's Miyamoto. Don't worry. This is super
Yeah,
much more worth
the
than
game.
that. That was close. I thought I was gonna hit the very top of that slope. On the back wall. Anyway, look who's here! Bill Cipher! Oh my god. The greatest god.
That's right, from Gravity Falls. The big man. So yeah, this hack has a ton of Gravity Falls references, mainly just in this level, as it's like... So yeah, I mean, Gravity Falls is like my favorite show of all time, so I, of course, had to reference it in a few ways. And it might just have a few references in some of the other things that I make. So here's the Boo fight, which is you first have to defeat the 5 Boos, and then the big Boo will appear. This is supposed to be like Big Boo's Haunt Star 1. And the idea is like each one of the Boos is like thrown in like a different grave.
The lesser Boos are type for second strongest. Actually, yeah. Basically, Atomic Boost.
Yeah, that's a reference to Earthbound, where there's the 3rd strongest moles, and like each mole claims to be the 3rd strongest.
And now we're gonna do some more BLG right here, which is very mandatory as well.
I guess now it's time for another one of the more infamous stars, that being the BLJ star, where essentially you have to BLJ here, and then you can wall jump out of it as well.
What? How did I let go? Come on! I didn't even let go. I've like fell forward, man.
Oh dang! The ledge grab.
That was so good. That was so good. This game is a big fat liar. So sometimes when the game does that's a complete lie, and I don't like when the game lies to me. Alright, okay. Second chance. Sometimes Mario just like fling at the back wall, and sometimes it gets like dead up in the trash. But in the
yeah, I assume what happened there is you thought you had to do like another wall jump, but alright, nice.
Sometimes if you're really lucky that you don't get so, if you don't like, not that so far away from that wall, pretty much guaranteed.
So yeah, the impossible tower.
Anyway, we're gonna go to the other side of that tree and do some very interesting challenge. So, do you remember who we were playing? I have to say a lot more. right? Do you
Yeah,
even
do you remember who you
we
are? What is your name?
If you pick the wrong letter, that means you're dead. So make sure to remember your real name. Of course, Mario's real name is Luigi. Kappa.
There we go. If you put in Mario, you make it to the end.
Actually, that would be funny if Mario's real name was actually Jumpman.
By
Because we
putting
all know
Luigi.
that
Maybe.
that Jumpman is like actually the
Game does
first
have quite a few Easter eggs. And now it's time for the Crazy Box Star. This is a fun one. Probably the most well-known, one of the most well-known stars in the hack, I'd say. This component of the level was actually like this like just the tower part is like actually a very old model, like dating back all the way to like 2015 or so, whereas the rest of the level was made in early 2018, I believe. And the level this was actually initially part of was that one part of the Great Maze that's like in like the ruins component of the Great Maze, which I believe is course 10. That was originally like a main course, and then this was one of the stars. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting development of this hack, and trying to like reuse like things that I made like a long time ago that like overall weren't really that good, but like I could extract like a few cool like parts of it. Anyways, there we go. There's the Crazy Box jump.
And we're gonna reset and go back to the facility as we said, and
with
not
that,
entirely
so that's
engage
97
us
stars. So
out, but not yet, because we're already short on stars, and we're gonna do oh boy, the most hardest star ever, but I still like it, and I love it, even in the remake.
I was gonna say it's time for the Dark Obelisk. Captain Bowser, are you here? Because time for the big boy.
It is time. It is time.
Oh, there he is. Well, you're just in time. So yeah, that's the 0-star strat. You just kind of do that, and you're at the end of the game.
I'll let you enjoy with some nice at-razor banger. Because in the original, I know this is supposed to be Castlevania, but this song really reminds me of a Castlevania, even though it is not the same game. But yeah, they're all pretty cool.
Yeah, the original song, it was a remix of Bloody Tears that I found on VG Music. And then many years later I found it on YouTube as well, so I could link it.
And of course this is done in the final version of the game, because like if I remember, like there weren't that many.
So yeah, basically the idea here is, so this is actually so there are a few like reasons why this is easier than the original. For one thing, in the original, you only had 1 HP for the entire thing. So if you touch the lava, so basically the lava like will kill you, so you can't do stuff like this. There was only one checkpoint, and it was at the very end, right before, like at the same time where you get the like the red blue switch. And
I'm dead. Haha. That's the first time I got amped. First time I ever got amped ever. Well, whatever. Yeah.
ooh,
In the original,
yeah.
this level was freaking brutal. One checkpoint, like 1 HP, and like it's like almost one perfect run. But of course, I kind of did sure that that was actually possible to do it in one go, and without checkpoints because I'm crazy. But I also did it by showing enough in the remake, so it is even possible, but still brutal. And I'm really glad by pulling off that crazy accomplishment. But if you are a crazy madman who loves to do some fun challenges like this, then it's right up your
So
alley.
that's one of the metal challenges, is you have to complete this without the checkpoint. Because yes, this game has metal challenges if you can't get enough of that apocalypse action. And
Oh my god, what was that?
yeah, the original the original difficulty of this was meant to be on par with Final Nightmare of Mario's Nightmare, which, as we all know, took me 30 hours to complete. So definitely a very challenging level. Not like super extreme by today's standards, but I mean back in the day it was like one of the hardest stars ever achieved. And yeah, this was supposed to be like as hard as that, but now like in the remake it's been nerfed quite a bit. Again with the health and the checkpoints. So I haven't even mentioned what the theme of this level is. If you basically, it's sort of like a Sukinen's Dream type level where it's various pieces of the other main courses, which it wasn't really inspired by Sukinen's Dream. This was actually inspired by the Subspace Emissaries, the Great Maze, which is the final level of that game, and is the concept of like combining all the previous levels of the game. So I had always had like this idea of making Bowser 3 like a mashup of other levels, like even before Treasure World came out. But
Okay, that's one stuff that I didn't know about, but that's good to know.
a lot of things, yeah. And I guess the Great Maze also is what inspired the level that's literally just called the Great Maze, which is more akin to like what that level in the Subspace Emissary is actually like, where it's like a lot of like different doors that like connect you to different sections. Ooh, dang.
Can I stop getting amped so much, please?
Anyways, here we are in like the course 5 section. I'm going in like the house. Mars Nightmare 64 is Pog. Definitely agree, Reverser. We did, oh nice. Yeah, that's a really good time. I mean, I remember back in the day, I think at one point I was like practicing for a 110 Nightmare run, but I don't think I ever actually got around to doing it. At this point, I don't really play hacks anymore. I mostly just work on like level creation. I think the last hack I actually played any of was Extreme Edition, when I like went back for like a few months in 2018 to try and get more stars. Oh, Lenti levels remake, that's interesting. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, Lenti levels, for those of you who don't know, a hack from I think around 2012, which was never finished because similar to Apias, the creator just kind of vanished off the internet, and it was like half like finished in the form of Twisted Adventures, the original. But yeah, the original is still unfinished. So yeah, that'd be a cool pack to finish someday.
I can never understand why sometimes
Oh dang, that was a that sound like Collision.
No, it's just me feeling like basic wall kicks. I really hate doing those.
Oh, you're working on a Lenti Levels remake as well. I feel like I remember seeing like a lot of different like Lenti Levels remake type levels from a while ago. I don't remember who was working on it. I think it might have been Arthur, maybe?
Yeah, there's like a remake of the first level from Lenti Levels in Phenomena. Of course, I know that Terrence is also working on a somewhat remake, kind of version of
I think that was it.
But he kind of showed me some screenshots of other levels like Night of Dreams Course 7 and Nightmare Course 2, where everything is like much more harder than the original version. Let's hope that we don't get to. Come on, man!
I'm just saying, so sad. I think Night of Doom's already pretty difficult. Oh dang! At least you have the checkpoint at the top, so that's.
I think that's my controller acting weird right now.
So in the original, that checkpoint right there is the only checkpoint that exists, and it's right before the boxes. Now here we have the lava arch. I'm not really inspired by any like specific course, just kind of here.
I said don't die! What the hell, man?
Well, you recovered, but I think you're gonna run out of health. But maybe you can. Oh, dang. Use the most backloaded level. Well, GD you can like technically like make different routes, right? So you can do like the thins first if you want. I don't know. I never. I mean that level's way above my skill level. But I think it's somewhat can sort of choose your routing. Alright, made to the second set of the arch. Or the lava arches. I guess the third. Alright, so we're very close to the end. Here we go, the fourth and final arch, which is an actual arch.
Okay, that was it. That was a bit frustrating.
Oh, I guess it's not an actual arch in this because I don't have to do that. But alright, there we go, and there's the Dark Obelisk. The star.
And now we're gonna go back again because you know I don't have the second key to open the tower, so we have to go back to the facility one more time. If I had done the obelisk very early in the run, we could just have one more less backtrack to do this, but anyway we have to pick up the pace on that path anyway. And now we're gonna do final
So the way this
round.
game works is, in order to beat 100%, you have to beat the final boss twice. It's sort of supposed to be akin to like Galaxy, where, like in Galaxy, in order to get like, or at least to get all 120 stars, you have to like, you know, beat Bowser at 60 stars. That unlocks the purple coin, comets, and then you beat Bowser a second time with all 120 stars, and that unlocks Luigi, which I guess it's technically only halfway done with the game. And then this version of it is, or I guess it's probably a more accurate analogy would be Galaxy 2, where you beat Bowser the first time, that unlocks World S, beat him a second time, that unlocks the green stars, and here, you know, you beat Bowser the first time, that unlocks the Great Maze, you beat him a second time, that's the end of the game. Showtime, yep. From Mario and Luigi. And since this is the remake, we actually get music for this. It's not just like weird noises.
Yeah. In the original, it plays also. I mean, the Bowser Battle theme from Partners in Time. That's what it's supposed to be. But the game gets some glitches, but we cannot hear it.
Yeah, it's...
One last throw.
Yeah, there's no way to hear it like normally in the original, because... Wait, how many throws does this take? I didn't know it took this many.
5, because I just added the number of hits for this fight. Well, I don't think I can possibly world record because I was lagging behind.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I mean that's a fair way to make it more challenging. Gotta get him with all 5. I must say, this is still probably an easier fight overall than the original, because in the original, those like that like sort of like white lava type texture, like that surface wasn't there, so you actually had to like throw him over little gaps and then throw him at the bombs. But anyways, there we go. And now that we have all 98 stars, this allows us to unlock the red door. And there's just a star here because the idea is the final level is gated by 99 stars, so that's how it makes sure you get both all the stars and also beat Bowser a second time.
And now this is the finale.
Here we are. This is the grand finale, inspired by Grand Finale Galaxy from Galaxy. Again, another Galaxy reference where the true final star is collecting purple coins in like the around Peach's castle. And we gotta collect them purple coins.
This is a much better version.
Thanks a lot. No
original.
problem, Captain Bowser. Glad you enjoyed. And yeah, thanks a lot. That's the name of this song that plays, which is the credits theme of Mario Party DS, my personal childhood Mario Party.
I love Mario Party DS. I only had played the first 3 from the Nintendo 64, and then just skipped to DS, and nothing else.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I played DS, and I've recently played like the ones on the Switch. I think there's Super Mario Party and then Mario Party Superstar, which are pretty good. I actually went to a Mario Party tournament a few weeks ago and got absolutely destroyed. I didn't know that Mario Party tournaments like were a thing, but apparently they are. I gotta practice my mini game, I guess, for next time. Nice, 3 more purple coins, and there we go. So yeah,
Well,
get all those coins, and there is the true final star, star 100.
I'm lagging behind, my god. Well, That really
Yeah,
sucks.
I have to practice
That
my
really
RNG.
sucks. This could have been a new PB if I did suck so badly, but whatever. And time.
Yeah, this is the final area. Star, I believe the time ends on the second of the stars, which just takes you to this.
Anyway, if you really enjoyed
Yeah, GG's.
the run, as you can see, there was no ending screen. And of course, you have a congratulations message and a parcel for the medal challenge if you want to try it out. And that's it. And with that, that's Mario Apocalypse 2021. And on that note, I'm gonna die. Yep, because Mario's dead, so whatever. So that doesn't. So that necessarily. I mean, the apocalypse is has ended, but not quite. But at what cost? So to be continued to Journey to Infinity. So we'll see what's coming up next. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this run despite the many amount of bullcrap I had with the run. But I hope you will enjoy it. That was entertaining, and I'm really glad to have to make this marathon as open with my run, which is rare, but I I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and of course, looking forward to my second run coming up this Friday. And with that, I will
Yes.
leave it to the rest of the marathon, and that's it. I'm kind of tired. And thanks, Elder, for being there for the commentary.
It was really fun. Yeah, good job with the run. Thanks for inviting me on to help commentate, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's a lot of cool runs coming up.
Anyway, the next run will be Tala with Super Mario Star, and I'm also excited to watch it before I go to sleep. So best to looking forward. And as for me, I'm out. This is LinCrash signing out.